Good morning. My name is Rachel, and I am the Thrifty Crocheter. And this morning I thought about taking this video outside, but this morning it is windy and chilly, and no, I don't think so. I don't feel like freezing today. Well, it's not quite that cold, but it's definitely colder. It's in the mid-60s. And no, I did not make this sweater. This one was a gift bought at a store from my daughter's birthday or Christmas. And because I wanted cardigans. I've been wanting cardigans for like ever. And because every time I always ask for sweaters, people give me pullovers. And I'm like, no, I wanted, when I was a kid, I called them button-up sweaters. So, anyway. Today is Friday. We made it through a whole nother week. Yay! It's Friday! Woohoo! It's Friday. We made it through a whole nother week, you guys. Yay! Woohoo! 365 days of kindness. September 27th. Counted as right. He brought him outside and said, "Look toward the heaven and number the stars, if you are able to number them." Then he said to him, "So shall your offspring be." And he believed the Lord, and he counted it to him as righteousness. Genesis 15:5 and 6. This is about Abram/Abraham. And when you think about it, you can't count the stars. There's so many stars out there at night. I mean, yeah, there's so many times where it's a starless night, and then there are nights where you can see the stars, and there's like countless of them, and you're just like, anyway, I can count them all. What are you praying for that you feel like God has not given you yet? The story of God's promise to Abram and Sarah reminds us that it isn't about what we say or do that God saves us. Rather, it is what we believe. Abram and Sarah would have undoubtedly felt skeptical that God would give them as many descendants as the stars in the sky, as they wrestled with having even one child at their old age. But what God says is truth, and His word did not come back void. Somewhere along the line, Abram chose to believe in his heart of belief. God said, made him righteous. Act of kindness. Offer to drive a family member somewhere they need to go. I know a lot of us are, as parents, we're taxis for our children. And then as we get older, sometimes we become caretakers for our parents. Or you might still have, or like in my case, I have an adult child at home who refuses to learn how to drive, and so I still have to taxi her. So, yeah, sometimes that happens. Sometimes you might have to taxi somebody, or if they or have a car that's getting worked on and you need to taxi them back home or something, things like that. Sometimes people just need that extra little help sometimes. Or maybe you're on a family road trip where there's more than one driver, one more person who drives, you could each take turns driving the car. You could do that too. Anyway, the daily guideposts for grandmothers. September 27th. The memory of the just is blessed. Proverbs 10:7. Not long ago, I stayed with my 4 grandchildren who live in another state while their parents were away for the weekend. As I loaded them in my car for a trip to the bookstore, video store, then the supermarket, the 8-year-old asked, "How old are you, Grandma?" I told him my age, whereupon, for a long moment, he pondered my 5.5-decade advantage, and then declared, "Grandma, when I'm your age, when I'm your age, you'll be in heaven. Since I couldn't argue with that, I only said, "You're right, Nicholas." Then, laying his hand on my arm, he said softly, "But, Grandma, I won't ever forget you." That is so sweet. Oh, that would make me cry. That is so sweet. Oh my gosh. Of course, being the doting grandmother that I am, that memory brings tears of love every time I think of it. Yep, that would make me cry too. But it also made me wonder just how my grandchildren will remember me. Will they remember their tired grandmother who loses patience at the end of a long day and hurries them off to bed? Or will they remember the fun grandmother who takes them to the playground and packs a picnic for the park? Now, when I have the opportunity to be with my grandchildren, I work at making memories of a loving grandmother who always has the time to listen to them, to play with them, and to show my love for them. Dear Lord, help me to leave behind kind and loving memories. Patricia Pingree. Yeah, sometimes we wonder what kind of memories we're going to leave behind for our kids and grandkids, and hopefully you're one of those parents who likes to make memories, likes to do a lot of fun things, and create a lot of fun memories. Like with my kids, I always like to take them various events, and always like playing with them and playing board games, and we made up games. And even when they were little like toddlers, I would make games to help them clean up the house. Like we always did I call the Barney song, clean up, everybody, everywhere, clean up, everybody do your share. And trust me, that helped. And they would sing that song as they were cleaning up. I don't know if they remember that, but I do. And even, my step-grandchildren, my step-kids and step-grandkids, I also used to take them when my step-kids were little. I took them also to the same various events I took my kids, and they would do the same thing with my step-grandchildren. And so I always try to make things, I always like to do fun things. And sometimes we'd even play, we play outside, play all kinds of games outside, and had fun doing that. Like one year when the girls were little, I had set up various, events outside in the yard. We played this game here, we played that game over here, we played this over here, and you had to do this action over here and this. So we had our own little field day outside, and that was fun. So yeah, I always try to make memories. Like my mom always used to read us bedtime stories, and she always liked to play the games with us, and Mom tended to play by her own rules instead of the game's rules sometimes. Or she would find loopholes to the rules and to make up her own rules for the game so she could win. She would call it cheating fair. But that was Mom. And so yeah, I try. I think we all have our own little things that we do to make our kids happy, and our grandkids happy, so they can have these fun little memories. Okay, the illustrated words of Jesus for women. September 27. Desperate prayers. "Take heart, daughter," he said. "Your faith has healed you." Matthew 9:22. A woman who had been sick for 12 years believed that just touching the hem of Jesus' robe would heal her. Yeah, this is when Jesus and his disciples were in a crowd, and she barely pulls the hem, like I was pulling on my curtain, barely on like the hem of his garment, and he felt that, and she believed she just touched him, that she could be healed. That's some really strong belief right there. That is amazingly strong faith. Yes, it is. Jesus recognized it and rewarded it. There is a key word here, faith, and they got the word faith in quotation marks. When problems arise, many people start praying for God to fix everything. They may be surprised when He doesn't answer their prayers. Spouting a prayer when life gets tough, but having no relationship with Jesus before or after that prayer is not faith in action. It is desperation. I'm going to reread that. There is a key word here, faith. When problems arise, many people start praying to God to fix everything. They may be surprised when He doesn't answer their prayers. Spouting a prayer when life gets tough, but having no relationship with Jesus, that's key, before or after that prayer is not faith in action. It is desperation. Understand this, folks. Faith is what healed the woman Jesus was speaking to here, not desperation. Go and do likewise. In the gospel, I can't talk straight now. In the gospel, the righteousness from God is revealed, a righteousness that is by faith from first to last, just as it is written, the righteous will live by faith. Romans 1:17. Yes. It's like another key verse that says, faith without works is dead. Gotta have more than just faith. Sometimes it takes just faith, but you gotta have works too. You gotta actually believe in and do what it says, not just have faith. Anyway, like I said, it is chilly outside. We made it to Friday. It's finally Friday. Woohoo! And we made it. It's my weekend off this weekend. Oh, excuse me, I got a yawn. I had to stretch. Trying to wake up because it's kind of a gray day out there, and so it's making me sleepy. And I have to go to work later. So, I'm looking at my pile of stuff that's already done. I have so many things that need to get done. I don't know. I have been thinking, folks. Tell me what... you can kind of tell me what you think, but this is what I've been thinking. I'm thinking about turning Fridays into... Even though I work every Friday, as long as I'm not too tired after I get off work and come home. I was thinking about having a Finish It Friday. Whether I finish a project with you, or you can get your own projects and, as I'm finishing mine, you finish yours, or try to get it finished. And I'm not sure if I'm just going to make it a video like this, or if I'm going to do it as a live. Because I'm kind of thinking about doing a live on Friday nights. At the same time, though, I try not to step on people's toes. I try to be kind and not step on other people's toes, because some people also have it lives at night. And I know if I try not to step on everybody's toes, I would never have a live. So sometimes I do. I mean, all my lives are pop-ups. They're not scheduled ones. They're just pop-ups, which is fine with me right now because it's too hard for me to actually schedule them out. But I hope everybody has had a wonderful week. And I hope today is a fantastic Friday for you. And you have a wonderful weekend. Where'd it go? There it is. This small swatch of yarn has been woven with prayers. As you hold this watch in your hand, may you feel God's strength, love, and peace flow and know that He holds you in His hands. May God bless and comfort you in time of need and give you peace. Amen. Love you all. Bye.